What's happening, people? Welcome to another episode of the Everything 9000 podcast. What are you saying, Amrit?
I'm alright.
Yeah, been a long time. We're going to cover a range of topics now. There's been loads of things. We've been messaging each other for a minute now. We need to talk about this. We need to talk about this. So we're going to cover it all. List in the description if you want to see what we've talked about and if you want to skip to any particular topic. Otherwise, stay tuned. First thing, I saw this, right? There was a bit of a hearing going on.
Hearing?
It was like an independent review.
Yeah, independent review before a committee. Yeah,
before a committee, yeah. So that's what was happening, right? So it was a proper formal setting. Basically, the Sainsbury's board members, bosses were paid 5 million pay packages.
£5 million in pay package.
£5 million in a pay package? Yeah.
Okay.
So the chief executive was paid £5 million, right? Made up of a £1.7 million bonus and a £2.2 million in share awards. The outroar is that the annual pay package is 229 times more than the average retail worker. Right? But why is there outroar about this? I don't get it.
Why shouldn't there be an outroar about this?
Why shouldn't there?
Yeah.
No, as in, I was watching the video that I saw.
No, but
and
do
he
you
was
not
properly getting grilled by a proper softie like you.
Not a proper softie. Look, think of the times that we currently live in.
Right.
Okay, there are single parents, single mums out there who can't afford to feed their kids.
You've gone straight to sentiment. You're pulling at the heartstrings straight away.
Listen, you've asked me something, are you going to let me speak about it?
Go on.
You've asked me why is there an outrage, and I'm trying to explain to you why I feel outraged by this.
Okay, go on.
Okay, look at the times that we've lived through for the last 2 or 3 years. It's been extremely difficult, right? Extremely difficult where people have had to, parents can't afford to feed their kids. Okay, why can't they afford to feed their kids? Because the price of bread's gone up so much. Price of little things has gone. Okay, tell me, how much is a bottle of Heinz ketchup?
Yeah, it's a rip-off. I saw that.
£4, right? This is the profiteering. This is where that money is coming from for this chief executive, okay? People are getting priced out from buying the most basic things over the last 2 or 3 years. And it's been happening, and it's been happening, and it's been happening. And people have kind of thrown reasons at it. Oh, it's inflation, it's all this. It's nothing. It's pure greed. Okay? They're doing this because they can do this. There's whole uproar about, the government is saying that the supermarkets are charging too much for diesel and petrol, basically, right? So the price they buy it is much lower than what they're selling it us at. So now the diesel's at 140, but it needs to be actually lower. It can be lower, and that's what they're trying to drive. But this is pure corporate greed, solely corporate greed. And you've got people, families struggling, relying on food banks, and you've got an executive who sits at the top, is taking £5 million out of that fucking thing.
If I was the boss of Sainsbury's, 5 million to me doesn't even sound like a lot.
Yeah, but then do you not realize?
If I'm the boss of Sainsbury's, bro.
But okay, where does that where does
a shop on every single corner of every road, one of the biggest supermarkets in the country, Sainsbury's. Yeah. I'm the boss of that. I'm taking 5 million and you're still bitching and moaning. What can you do in this world?
Okay,
why can you not do anything?
So why is it that you can't? Do you really need £5 million when everybody else is struggling to people can't even afford to buy bread right now, right? People are having to rely.
Why is that his responsibility?
Because it's his strategy that's causing this.
No, it's not his strategy.
Oh, so you don't think the pricing and stuff is down to the chief executive? You don't have to shop at Sainsbury's.
What? You don't have to shop at
Sainsbury's. Yeah, of course you don't. But then if you go...
You're not forced to go to Sainsbury's,
No, you're not forced to go to Sainsbury's. But if you look at all the supermarkets, that's the trend that they've taken. They've just seemed to put up prices and make the most basic things unaffordable for everybody. And people having to rely on food banks.
Corner shops are doing that?
Yeah.
Your local Disney shops are doing that?
Yeah. But then what I'm trying to tell you is this...
Are you blaming them for corporate greed?
No, but what I'm trying to tell you is, look, you can't compare a corner shop to a Sainsbury's, okay?
Why?
You can't.
But it's inflation, so this is that reason that you're trying to...
It's not inflation at that level. A bottle of Heinz is not £4 for a bottle of Heinz. It's not down to inflation. It's down to corporate greed.
Let's not get into the semantics.
No, I'm not getting into the semantics. I'm just telling you, okay, yeah?
Look, there is...
A bottle of fucking, milk is £2-3 now. It's incredible. What is actually affordable? Tell me, what is one thing you can walk in there other than a fucking tin of beans? Even tin of beans is Heinz beans, right? The pack of beans is £3.50 now for four tins. That's ridiculous. That's the most basic staple food that the UK uses, a tin of beans. and it's so fucking unaffordable.
I just think.
So this is
I just think we just get far too bogged down into sentiment.
No. It's not about sentiment. It's about people being able to feed their kids.
I'm not denying. See, no.
It is about that.
You say that, and you try and make the other person on the other side to be a monster.
I'm not saying it's a monster.
No one doesn't want anyone to not feed their kids. We want the kids to be healthy.
No, but what they want, they don't give a they don't want anything. They want money. It comes down to money. Okay,
if you
this
were the
whole
boss
thing,
of
these shares. Okay,
if you were the boss of Sainsbury's, how much would you expect to make a year?
I don't give a shit. Yeah, but look at
answer the question.
No. Can I just finish what I'm trying to say? Okay, look. When you look at these like supermarkets, we're going through inflation. We're going through the hardest time that the country's gone through. Okay, yeah, financially, economically, right? Why is it still these companies, like these fucking petrol companies, these supermarkets are making record profits? They've seen an opportunity here where the economy is weak, and they're capitalizing on it, and they're fucking ripping everybody off. That's the outrage, and that's why these mans are getting £5-6 million in bonuses because from their fucking shareholder prices going up and all that, because they're putting on record profits during the most difficult periods we've probably seen in the last 15-20 years. So do you still think it's okay for him to be taking £5-6 million?
I hear your point, but I just don't.
Why is he taking that bonus? It's a bonus. Why is he taking a bonus? Because the company's posting record profits. And why is it record profits? Because they've literally put everything up. And what's impact it having on everybody else? It's the common man. It's the working class. It's the people who can't afford to feed their kids. These people, this is what I mean. The rich are getting richer, the poor are getting poorer.
Sainsbury's pre-tax profits fell to 327 million. From 854 million.
Well, when was this?
Literally in the last sort of financial year.
And so this guy's still taking out record amount of money and stuff.
Yeah, so the profits are falling, but that's 327 million. He's taking out 5 million. He's the boss. If you're the boss of a company making fucking 327 million pound profit, right? You're taking 5 million. This is what I mean. You're not looking at the scales here. Revenue is probably like, I don't know, 1,000 million. They made profit of 327 million. I'm the boss of this fucking company that's done all of this in this country. I'm taking 5 million for my hard work that I've put in, and bastards like you still want to say I'm being greedy?
It's corporate greed, I mean, I'm telling you.
Do you know what it is? It also comes down to, look, I'm not even denying, I'm willing to accept there may be an element of greed, of course, right? But he works hard. He set up a really fucking amazing supermarket.
Okay, I want to know. Okay, that's fine. He gets this amount of money. I want to know what his workers on the ground get.
What do you mean?
They've had a pay rise,
what do you mean? So you're fucked if you do, you're fucked if you don't?
No.
He's creating all these jobs in the economy. Why don't you take Sainsbury's out and see how many jobs are left?
No. What I'm trying to say to you.
Do you agree with the fact
that saying,
he creates jobs?
This guy works extremely hard.
Does he create jobs?
Right. He works hard, hard that he gets £5 million. I guarantee you.
Amrit, answer the question, yeah. What? Does he create jobs?
He doesn't create jobs. It's this.
He does create jobs.
Okay. Sainsbury's creates jobs, okay. Yeah.
Creates an economy of itself.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
No, that's fine. It's contributing to the economy. But I wonder how much tax is going to pay off that. How much tax does Sainsbury's pay? I wonder like that as well. So it comes down to these things, I mean, you know. This whole narrative of like, you know, rich getting richer, poor getting poorer, this is exactly what it's all about. It's about taking 5 million out of this company from this and this year. This is all it's about, bro.
It's not, but okay, that's fine. I saw that. I knew you would have the opposite view, and I knew you'd start playing your violin, and that's exactly what you did.
It's not about playing the violin.
That's exactly what you did.
This is like the economic realities we live in right now.
I'm not denying that.
Okay,
I'm not denying.
And
that.
it's people like you're not even a fucking millionaire. I don't know why you're rooting for this guy so much.
I'm not rooting for him. I believe
you are.
I believe in working hard.
No,
and eating, you know, taking the fruits.
I know for a fact. Okay, yeah, you don't work. It's anywhere hard enough as some of your employees do.
Oh, fuck off!
And you take the bigger pie out of it. Fuck you, man. That's what exactly. You think this guy works harder than that guy somebody on the fucking shop floor?
What do you mean? You think all shop floor workers are angels? Half of them don't give a shit about what's going on.
Why should they if they get paid so shit?
Alright, so now why should they? It doesn't work both ways. That's what I mean. You can't win. You're fucked if you do. You're fucked if you don't. Do you know what? I'll create a great supermarket for families all throughout the country to go buy food. I'll create jobs in every single local town, yeah. I'll create jobs for thousands and thousands of people.
Okay.
I'll make revenue of hundreds of millions. I'll do a great job. I just want a measly 5 million from the 330
million. A measly 5 million, yeah?
5 out of 330.
A measly
5 out of 330. The boss doesn't the boss shouldn't make 5 million out of 330 million. Is that what you're telling me?
He's not the boss, by the way.
He's the CEO, yeah.
He's not the CEO, chief executive. He runs the company. He doesn't own the company.
The chief executive, the CEO, is responsible for the day-to-day management of the company. He is pretty much the boss. He's not the owner, but he's the boss. So the boss shouldn't take 5 million of 330 million.
But then why shouldn't somebody on the shop floor take 5 million out of that? If they
you know what, we're gonna stop that there.
No. What I'm trying to say, what you are doing, you're attaching more value to his work than somebody on the shop floor.
Yes. So you think well, so you think every
and you think this guy works harder than this person?
Hold on. So you think every worker in a company is worth the same value?
No, but what I'm trying to say is it can't
You're
be
comparing a shop worker
but what I'm trying to say,
CEO.
But the disparity between the 1 and 2 second worker can't be that much. It can't be that much. It can't be over fucking... How many times did you say? 200 times?
A shop worker needs hardly any qualifications.
Right.
I don't know what the qualifications are, but nowhere near enough as what you need for a CEO.
Not really. You don't need a degree to be a CEO. You can be born into the position.
No, you can't.
You can.
Oh, Amrit.
But I'm not saying this guy has.
Amrit.
Okay, you probably become the CEO of your dad's company. You're telling me you've done like fucking MBAs and stuff. You've done fuck all, bro.
I'm qualified. More qualified than you.
You're not more qualified than me. You are not.
I've got a law degree and 2 master's degrees. Have you got that?
I've got a law degree.
Have you got 2 masters?
I have not got 2 masters.
Right.
But what I do have...
Am I the most qualified person in this room?
No. Because mine and your law degree is the exact same.
But I've got 2 extra.
You don't know.
So am I the most qualified?
It's not really 2 extra. You've just done the LPC, and it's not like it's not a degree, bro.
With masters. You can't LPC with masters.
It's not a real masters.
And then I've got
it's a fake.
I've got an LLM. I've got a real masters.
Right. Okay. You know what it's like when people call themselves doctors after them PhD. This is what you do. You've not done a real masters, bro. You've just done an LPC.
If someone that's done a PhD knows how hard it is to get a PhD.
Yeah.
Do you remember how stressed you used to be in exams? Do you want me to recount some events? Okay, so let's just move swiftly on because I think you want me to. But PSG manager in custody.
Oh,
yeah,
that shit's fucked up, man.
PSG manager Christophe Gaultier, allegedly said in an email about his former squad, quote unquote,
at Nice, or no, Nice or no? Great research, buddy.
Yeah, he said you have built a team of scum. There are only blacks and half of the team go to the mosque on Friday. And if you look at the French national squad, the one that won the World Cup,
they're all either black or Muslims. Yeah, it's the sad reality of today.
France is quite bad though in terms of its racism, in terms of how it treats its
actually, there's the France is really fucked because like it actually legally kind of discriminates against Muslims openly in the sense that they ban burqas and all that stuff, right? It's no wonder that kind of attitude prevails in France. But the worst thing is like literally the team that gave you the World Cup, majority was black and half of them were Muslim. Right, so I don't understand. And even like 98, there was when they won the World Cup in 98, there was a lot of tensions about during that time the country was a bit split because there's some of them were saying, oh, we've got too many Muslim players, but then it was the Muslim players. Well, one of the biggest Muslim players, Zidane, and kind of like a North African Algerian who kind of like handed in the World Cup. So they've always, and that World Cup actually brought about some sort of like unity within the country, and. It doesn't seem any different from like 20 years ago or 30 years ago to now.
Yeah, for France especially. But also, just for football, it's another instance of just clear, existence of racism in football.
But this guy's getting tried in court, right? He's actually going to be, it's going to be a criminal trial.
He's going to get fucked.
Yeah. Well, if they've got solid evidence, as they suggest, like with emails and stuff, I don't know how you're going to get out of that.
Yeah. I mean, talking about football, there's a lot going on, man, in football. A lot going on right now. I don't know if you want to quickly, talk about. Well, let's go to Saudi. Okay. Well, your hero, Steven Gerrard, has signed as a manager. Yeah. How do you feel about that?
I feel absolutely devastated. I saw that cringe video. He marhaba. At Steven Gerrard, at the Faki.
Yeah.
It's the most cringe video I've seen.
Do you know why it's cringe? It's just another Liverpool delusional person.
No, it's not.
It's another Liverpool.
Steven Gerrard. No. He went out. Look. this whole Steven Gerrard saga, yeah, it's kind of like, firstly, he was kind of like, it was in the paper.
By the way, I thought he was going to become Liverpool manager.
Well, that's what the trajectory was going to go, but obviously he's not turned out to be as good manager as he has.
Right.
But he's still done better than Ryan Giggs, Gary Neville, and, Phil Neville.
He has, yeah, because he's got a big pay package now in Saudi.
Exactly.
And that's what they're giving, a big pay package.
Exactly.
Right, but people like you, people like Jamie Carragher, oh, it's disgusting that they're going to this, that.
Gary Neville, you mean?
Gary Neville, yeah, he's saying it too, but I'm pretty sure he's not against the Saudi takeover of United. So it's just telling that, people like yourself that are often shouting the left field banner.
No.
When it actually suits you, it's not as bad.
No, but I'm saying to you, like, okay, look, that's what I was about to get on this. The whole Steven Gerrard saga, right, yeah? It firstly started, he kind of went out in Saudi and he said, yeah, I've been made this offer. Like, I went and look, it's not for me. I'm going to look for management in this, all right, okay, yeah? And then all of a sudden, I was so surprised when that fucking video dropped of him. He's actually signed for some Al Atifaki, whatever it is that year. And then it's all about the money, obviously. Yeah. There's literally it's not a football decision whatsoever. It's all about the money with football attached to it.
No, but it could become a football decision.
How?
So, let me tell you how.
Do you really think he's going to get hired off?
Do you rate people that go to America MLS League more than the Saudi League?
Yeah.
Why?
Because the MLS is at least more competitive.
It had to start somewhere though, right?
It had to start somewhere.
Started with Beckham, started with the Zlatans, right? Yeah. And it's been shit. The best player there is Carlos Vela.
No, listen.
Right? So, this is what I mean. You're European, like, washed. You think, how is America better than Saudi?
In many respects, for footballing decisions, in many respects.
No. I'm not talking about footballing decisions. Right. But your supposed problem with everybody going to Saudi is the sports washing, right?
Because the president of the US didn't order...
What about the human rights violations that America commits?
What about, because the president of the US didn't order a fucking hit on a journalist in a fucking Turkish embassy? And acted as if nothing was wrong. And
so America does no wrong. What? America does no wrong.
No, America does plenty wrong, but...
Right. But there's not a problem with what they do wrong.
No, it's not about a problem. See, this is what I mean. When somebody tries to have
pick and choose.
No. It's not about picking and choosing.
You pick and choose. You are saying... You want to be outraged about.
You are kind of trivializing the abuses and you're kind of...
trivializing nothing.
Can I just finish what I'm saying?
Not trivializing nothing.
But what you are trying to... This argument is the exact arguments that the Saudis or the Qataris make. Oh, don't point a finger at us. Look at your history and all that stuff. That doesn't fucking take away from the fact that what you do is fucked up. It doesn't take away the fact that you chopping up a fucking journalist in the Turkish embassy.
Okay, look, you've got a problem with human rights abuses.
Yeah.
Of course, everyone does.
It's so violent.
You don't when it comes to America. The other problem you've got with Saudi is, they're just paying loads of money, they're doing that, right? Why is that a problem?
It's a huge problem because it's what it is doing is basically it's ripping apart the very fabric that we've established in football, for example, right? Okay, you can't be playing players.
What fabric? Footballers make money.
Yeah.
Now they'll just make a bit more money.
No, it's not about it's what I'm
You're telling me Cristiano Ronaldo, yeah? He's 38. He is very much so at the twilight of his career, yeah? No, he's at the end. He's at the end, yeah? He's given a lot to football. You're saying he doesn't deserve to make money?
He's made millions, if not billions already. Right. It comes down to greed. Ronaldo's a very bad example.
Who's gone over now? Kante?
Yeah, Kante. You think Kante's poor?
Kante is one of the nicest people.
Yeah, but right? you think he's poor though?
He doesn't get tattoos because he wants to donate blood. He wants to make charitable. He's in very humble beings. He drives a humble car. Yeah. He doesn't have designer clothes.
So, but that doesn't mean he's rich already.
Is he going for greed?
Of course.
He's going for greed as well.
Why else?
So you can't be a good person.
You think he's been attracted because the quality of football in Saudi? Every single player that's gone to Saudi has gone for the money.
No, not the money. Also living conditions. They are Muslim.
Not really.
Yeah, Benzema has come out and said that he wants to live in a Muslim country.
Yeah, okay, so why was he not living in a Muslim country all this while? Why did
Because he wanted to reach the pinnacle. He's now won the Ballon d'Or.
Yeah, okay.
He's achieved all he wants to achieve in European football.
Yeah.
Right? But European football isn't the be-all and end-all.
It is.
No, it isn't though.
It is though.
It is now, but what if, there wants to be an Indian league that wants to rise, there wants to be a Saudi league that wants to rise.
Yeah.
They are attracting the way they know how to attract.
Yeah.
Obviously
through money.
Of course, because there is no standard. But now that, if you look at the Cristiano Ronaldo influence, Nike now has a deal with Al Nassr, right? Mm-hmm. Influence of Cristiano Ronaldo. Look at all the signings that have gone to Saudi. Cristiano Ronaldo influence, yeah? Hakim Ziyech says he wants to go and play with Ronaldo. This is big for people, right? Big for football. In 2 years' time, Saudi League will have image rights, sporting rights. The European bodies and FIFAs, they don't want this to happen. And they're brainwashing you, people like you, with this, they're sports washing, look at this money, this greed, this, that and the other.
No, I get it, yeah.
Right, but why have you got a problem with Saudi Arabia starting the football?
It's not about Saudi Arabia starting football, it's the intentions behind it I've got a problem with.
What's the intentions behind it?
It's the sports wash.
What do you mean?
It's to kind of cover up their fucking, their image on the world stage. They're known as a dictatorship, which they are.
Right.
Okay? So you think it'd be okay for like I don't know, like when Gaddafi was alive, for him to start a league in his country and to try and cover up all the crimes he's committed?
If India did it, would you have a problem? If Ambani tomorrow says, I want to start a football league, would you have a problem?
Yeah.
Why?
Because he's a scum.
But is FIFA not scum?
What?
Is FIFA not scum?
Of course they're scum.
So what's the problem then?
You know what it is? You're trying to make it okay because you're saying it's okay for this person, wrong person, to be starting this because the person that already exists is wrong. That's the wrong view to take.
I'm a firm believer 2 wrongs don't make a right, and I'm not advocating that. But I'm just using that point to show you.
That's exactly what you're advocating.
You're outraged when it happens to be Saudi Arabia, but you're not outraged with FIFA.
I am outraged.
You're not outraged with the monopoly that the European market has on football.
Yeah. Because
everyone has this Eurocentric mindset that football should be here. This is how you've been conditioned and you've been brought up.
Right.
People don't like change. And now it's coming to the Middle East. They have money. If I had fucking money, I'll start a league.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. You're basically you've put it on the head by saying I'm not doing this, but it's exactly what you're doing. Is you're trying to say 2 wrongs make a right. That's exactly what you're doing. You know?
All right, Amrit. You know what? You just keep selectively outraging.
Okay, that's okay, buddy. And you try to trivialize all these things by saying 2 wrongs make a right. Okay,
that's what you keep doing, right? But anyway, do you want to talk about anything else in the general transfer window?
Let's do this now, and we'll see at the end of the transfer window. Harry Kane, where's he going to be?
Probably Tottenham.
What?
Probably Tottenham or Bayern Munich.
No, you got to pick one.
What do you mean?
Pick one. You decide now.
Where will Harry Kane be?
At the end of the transfer window, who's he going to put that shirt on for? Is it going to be a United shirt, Tottenham shirt, Bayern shirt?
Tottenham.
Really? I think Bayern. We'll come back to this at the end of the transfer window.
I can see Bayern.
Shut the fuck up. You've gone for Tottenham.
Right. What do you think on like Liverpool signings, McAllister and...
Top signing McAllister. Top signing McAllister. For that price, that player, that age, that experience, that skill, top signing.
What about Mason Mount? What do you think of him? In comparison?
If you're going to compare the 2 deals, and I'm not comparing the players, if you're comparing the 2 deals, obviously you can't argue Liverpool got the better deal.
Why?
Mason Mount, £55 million for a player that is
24 years old,
who may just be a tiny bit above average on his best days.
Do you think he's better than McAllister?
No.
Right. So the guy that's won a Champions League,
a guy that's won the World Cup and was integral to that team.
He's come from Brighton.
Right.
Yeah. The other guy's come from Chelsea.
Right.
And he was Chelsea's dream kid.
Okay.
Poster boy.
Chelsea didn't want to lose him. For one season. For one season.
No, he's been their poster boy for like... He's there like...
No, he's only had one good season.
Shall I tell you what Foden is? Foden is a Saka, is a Rashford. He's that club man that you just do not lose. Right? He's that guy for Chelsea. Name me the other guy for Chelsea.
Yeah, but then why did Chelsea get rid of him?
Because Chelsea's dumb. Todd Bowley, they're dumb.
They're not dumb. They fucking ripped you.
They did
£55 million for just above. On his best days, he's just above average.
Right.
On his best days.
Right. And McAllister is just the best thing ever, isn't he?
No, but we didn't fucking pay £55 million.
Who's this that you signed?
He could be. He's a risk. I admit he's a risk. He could turn out to be shit, but apparently he could be the next De Bruyne. So you know.
Right. We'll the next De Bruyne. Yeah. I would rather have Bruno, who is the second best midfielder in the league, behind Bruno. Behind KDB. And some next KDB.
We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
That's the risk signing, but. What's his name?
All right. Well, look, your midfield was fucked. You've signed a couple of midfielders. Are you now going to win the league? Stop that. Are you going to win the league?
As a Liverpool fan, I will always say we will win the league. Yes.
Yeah. All right. Shut up. Okay. I mean, Arsenal. We need to talk about Arsenal quickly.
Not really. Fuck Arsenal.
They've done great. They've made great signings.
I don't think they've made great signings.
No, I think so, man. Havertz is a good signing.
I think so. Yeah. You know what? Havertz though.
That's not even the big one. Declan Rice.
You know, with Havertz. It's either going to be a disastrous signing or an amazing signing. It won't be anywhere in the middle.
Okay, but Declan Rice. And they've also pretty much signed Timber.
Splashing a lot of cash.
They're actually making moves, man. And
They're making moves.
Given how they were last season,
I don't. You know what? I'm going to say this now. Yeah, I'm going to say this now. This could come back and bite me, the biggest. But I don't think they'll get top 4.
Oh, fucking hell.
I do not think they will get top 4.
Arsenal.
Yeah.
Football club.
Yeah. What date is it today? It's the 8th of July, 2023. I will say it here. I do not think they will get top 4.
Why?
Who's
going to get top 4 ahead of them?
So it's going to be, this is the exact positioning, okay, it's going to be Liverpool at the top at the end of the season, right? Then it's going to be either Chelsea or Man City, and then Tottenham.
I'm really sorry that you guys have to listen to this. One sport to the other, let's go to the Ashes.
Ooh, you know what? This is the first ever time I'm properly watching the Ashes. Properly following.
First time?
Yeah.
No, I watched it back in the day.
Nah.
I remember watching the Mitchell Johnson series where he took 37 wickets and it was fiery. You know, I've watched loads of series, but it's granted it's been a few years. Ashes has been a bit flat. But yeah, man, obviously the big controversy, Bairstow wicket. What do you think of that?
I think there's just something about England that just really rubs me up the wrong way. It really pisses me. I despise the England cricket team.
Why?
Because they feel they have this divine right to win when they're actually not worthy of winning. That Australia team is significantly stronger mentally and definitely strong, not significantly stronger, but better in skill as well. That cricket team is kind of like what I think is the Australian cricket team is a better team, right? But then also they're a lot stronger than the England team mentally as well, because it comes down to skill, yeah, but Test comes down to mental strength, and it comes down to time.
What's your thoughts on Bazball?
It's admirable. It makes it more fun, but at the same time, they try to do these things. And I think where England is failing, or at least what I hear from like all the experts, is saying that yeah, it's a great approach, but you've got to be able to execute that approach. You know, you can't be playing fucking shots, trying to play shots that you can't execute. You know, how many times have they gotten out? They've had Joe Root trying to fucking reverse sweep and shit. Right, he's the most sensible batter they have, and they're using him in a way where he's actually
no, but he's still scoring a lot of runs.
No, he's still scoring a lot of runs, but he could possibly get more. Like the last game, the last match, the second innings, he made 40, but then, you know, as the Australian players say, he could have gone and got about 80 odd and put us in an even more difficult position. But because he was so determined to play the baseball and stuff, he got out early. So it's that sensibility that they've lost.
But let's talk about that Bairstow incident.
Yeah.
That's, you know, it's
Bairstow, that's what I was about to say. You know, they think they've got this divine right to do everything. It has to be their way. Oh, it wasn't the spirit of the game. It was in the spirit of the game.
There's been so many examples that have come out since, and they've tried to do the exact same thing.
Exactly. So why is it that, you know, you've had Bairstow, who's, by the way, one of the shittest wicketkeepers I've ever seen. He's so shy. As a wicketkeeper, he's so shy. I don't know why they keep playing him in that position. He's actually, because I've come from watching Tony as a wicketkeeper, the best keeper you could possibly ever have, at least I've ever seen.
I don't think so.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, Tony wasn't the best wicketkeeper. Maybe for one days and T20s, but not for Test match. There's much better keepers. Ben Foakes for England now is a better keeper.
Yeah, okay, but I don't know, but like, look, that even if you look at the first Test, they could have had that if it wasn't for Bairstow dropping like 2 or 3 catches or something. Or like missing stumps and stuff like that. Okay, yeah. So Johnny Bairstow is like shit, and then he's trying to do all these tricks and stuff, trying to get these players out when he can't hit the fucking wickets. But somebody hits his wicket, and all of a sudden they want to fucking cry about it.
Shout out to Stokes though. He's that guy. He's a great player.
He's one of the best players.
He's one of the best players I've seen, man.
Yeah.
You've even got Lee tweeting saying he's the most competitive guy I've played against.
Yeah.
You know, that's something, man. And time again he comes and he's X Factor.
Yeah, he's the X Factor.
That's what he is.
England would be done and out of this Test if it wasn't for him already.
But did you see Mark Wood bowling 96.5 miles an hour?
I saw that wicket he took 95.
So larger.
Yeah.
He's bang on form, but doesn't matter how much you're in form, if you're facing 97 miles an hour, it's not looking good, bro.
Yeah.
And you know what? England haven't even had Archer.
Yeah.
Imagine if they had Jofra Archer playing. You know? So, yeah, don't get me wrong. Australia are doing bits. Pat Cummins, again, shout out to him. He's another X Factor player.
Yeah.
He's that guy. But yeah, man, I mean, Bairstow, I agree.
Do you reckon it's going to be a 5-0?
Nah, 4-1.
You reckon?
4-1. I think England will get one Test.
Which one?
One where
Wait, what time is it now? It's started.
One where Australia's probably already won the series. 3-4-0 up.
Do you reckon?
They probably aren't. Bang on them. There is a few other things I want to talk about. Actually, I just remembered. I've got my hands on the Drake book.
Drake book?
Yeah.
You fucking little fanboy bitch.
But wait, do you know what? This book is sold out. You can't get your hands on it. I've got my hands on it.
Right.
I've not read it. I'm keeping this for online now. I'm going to see what it's saying. This is the first time I'm looking at this book.
Can I see it a minute?
It's called Titles Ruin Everything. Yeah.
Can I just...
the cover.
For fuck's sake, can I just...
Titles Ruin Everything.
Aubrey... Can I just see...
Aubrey Graham is Drake.
Okay.
Well, wait. I want to open it before you. You can look at the cover. Then give it back to me.
Will you stop being a little bitch? A Stream of Consciousness by Aubrey Graham and Kansas. Yeah, it sounds like bullshit, mate.
No, wait, let's have a look.
Wait.
He's got an album coming out called For All the Dogs.
Okay.
There it is. And this book apparently accompanies it.
Right.
So let's have a quick look, man. What's that?
You are such a fanboy. You are actually beyond anything, mate.
I actually do have good things to say about you, just not this book. The fuck does that mean?
It means nothing, bruv.
Wait.
Is it just pictures and stuff?
Wow.
Let me see it.
Wow.
My man's trying to be fucking Rupee Kaur, and you've just got ripped off by for one line.
It's got one line per page.
How much do you pay for it?
Like, I don't know, $20 or some shit?
You fucking dumb bitch.
Nah, he's taking the piss. No way.
And you call that
all
a
the way
book?
through? Wait, let's read some of this. You were in my dream last night. They call that a nightmare, right?
Right, yeah. Oh, fucking literary genius.
Beautiful weddings, not so great marriages.
Oh.
Do you think that's deep?
Nah.
This one's not even got one on the other fucking page. It's just on one page.
Let me see this shit, man. First of all, I don't have time to go around telling every loser I come across, I'm sorry for your loss. Oh, how smooth life would go if you knew what you pretend to know. That's you, mate. You pretend to know a lot of shit, but you actually don't know.
I thought it'd be an actual book, but what he's done is he's given Instagram captions.
Yeah.
That's what he's given there.
Yeah. Like one of those shit motivational philosophy Instagram accounts. Like Jay Shetty types. That's what you've done, mate. You feel like a fucking twat. And you pulled out that book, oh, I've not opened it because I wanted to open it online. You actual dumb bitch.
Nah, do you know what? Do you know what, Drake? We need a word.
Why me? Why now? Help me figure you out.
For $20, do you know what?
This is the shit that my fucking 5-year-old cousin can write. Why me? Why now? Help me figure you out. Ooh. This is the kind of shit we wrote in year 7, when we had to like poetry in English and stuff.
Nah, do you know what it is?
Hearts break as much as they beat, a less than 902 wild, but hate to reach. This is why I tell you, Arminder Gill. Okay, yeah.
Give me this.
Above Drake. You know what Drake did?
What is that? What is that?
Really? That's what Drake did, mate, to you.
What's that? I don't know what's going on. No, wait. Explain what you just did.
I will not put words to this lurid expression.
Give me that fucking book.
He couldn't even ask me. He couldn't even be asked to come up with a title. He just said titles ruin everything.
No one is gaslighting you. You're just so toxic that you're flammable.
Oh.
Now I'm getting gaslighted by the single sentences.
No, the worst thing is...
That's what's gaslighting me. I paid $20, yeah?
Thing is...
I paid $13 shipping as well.
Oh my days.
Came from America.
How long did it take? Did you wait for like 5 months for this?
No.
And you said this book is sold out.
It is sold out. Those guys are so burnt out, we can smell it from here.
Right. Oh, great literary.
We all came up broke, but I'm the only one who used my tools to fix it.
Right. Great prose, by the way, I'm just saying.
I can't believe this.
And the worst thing is that he couldn't even be asked for a title. He just says title ruins everything. So he just couldn't be asked. He literally wrote this probably while he was in the shitter for 20 minutes. And he said, yeah, you know what, go publish this book for me, man. And we'll come out with an album.
You know what, if you actually put all these words together,
right,
it's probably a paragraph.
Yeah.
And he's put it... he's not even put page numbers. I don't know how many pages this is. It's just... Now that's fucked.
Will you admit that you're a fuddu? Honest opinion, okay, yeah, like honesty. This is what I'm looking for, honesty here, okay, yeah. Will you admit you're a fuddu for doing this?
Now I'll be honest, yeah. This is an L. I've taken an L here.
So you admit you are a fuddu?
No, I don't admit I'm a fuddu. I'll clean this up, man. I'm gonna sell this online or something. Get a bit of money. I'll put in the description. Solid book.
Well, you better
would
fucking
recommend.
delete this section out if you want a bit of money, because nobody's gonna buy that shit, are they? That time we bought those Yeezys from Jalandhar.
That wasn't me. That was one of our friends. We know who's flexing them.
You're one of those twats here that comes out like, you know, big pop culture, like, you know, you are the biggest conformist I've ever seen in my life.
Cheers, man.
You are.
Alright, mate.
You fall for every shit that fucking Kanye West comes out. Oh, you have to be in the front of the queue, you have to go get it and all that shit. Bruv, it's meaningless. This book now, oh, it sold out. I was one of the people that got the book. You've literally been shafted in the back.
Are you done?
Yeah.
Yeah? Alright, cheers. Have you seen
And those
Friends?
Yeezy shoes that you used to fucking pay about £200 for, they were shite.
They're not shite.
Yeah, okay, let's move on.
If you go to a store
they
in
were
Birmingham,
the equivalent of that book.
If you go to a store in Birmingham called Kick Game, I went there yesterday. They've got the blue tint Yeezys, which I still have. I've been wearing for years. They've got them sealed up there for £450.
Yeah, no, that doesn't mean they're not shit.
Does that mean they're worth it though?
No.
So there's a worth there, right?
I'm on about people putting...
So I paid £150 for them.
Yeah.
From Adidas.
Right.
They're selling now, 4 years later, for £450.
I'm not talking about...
Do you know what? This book is probably going to be worth £1,000 in about a year.
No, that's all well and fine. I'm not talking about its economical value. I'm talking about its actual, like, worth in quality that it has.
I'm just worried about the economics, mate.
Okay.
Yeah. But
Comes down to that corporate greed. You know, you back in that fucking geezer, whatever his name is.
Listen, Threads.
Oh, I've not even gone on it yet.
I've gone on it. It's just basically Twitter via Instagram.
Yeah.
Without hashtags and without direct messaging so far.
Right.
They'll probably bring them in. But it's literally Twitter. So Elon Musk is pretty much all over Twitter saying he's just copied me. He's going to sue Threads.
Yeah.
But what are you making it? Are Elon and Zuckerberg having a fight or something?
No, but that's just like kind of back. That's obviously never going to happen.
Right.
Because they probably won't even say face to face.
Right.
Especially now with this thing as well. But I don't know what Elon Musk is on about. Like, my man sacked majority of Twitter staff. Zuckerberg probably employed majority of them. Started his own
So wait, you're preferring Zuckerberg in this?
Zuckerberg is a fucking centipede. I despise him. But Elon Musk is the exact same. But you can't...
Elon Musk is better than Zuckerberg.
No.
In this situation.
In this situation,
Zuckerberg...
In this situation is the only time I would say Zuckerberg comes out better.
No.
You know why?
No.
Why?
No.
Comes down to your fucking respect your workers.
Amrit,
Respect
for the
them.
millionth time in any conversation we ever have, you're wrong again.
No.
Yes, you are. Right? Zuckerberg...
Okay, can I just say... Okay, wait.
Zuckerberg has Instagram and Facebook, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Via Instagram, he's copied TikTok via Reels. Literally copy and paste. Yeah? Now with Twitter, he's literally copied and pasted. This is a guy that you're saying is good.
I'm not saying he's good at all.
Elon Musk is actually trying to make a difference on Twitter. Right?
Elon Musk is not trying to make a difference. Elon Musk, he's a cunt through and through. Every billionaire is a cunt through and through, okay? No billionaire is ever clean. Unless I become a billionaire, then I will obviously have a clean conscience. But I'm just telling... I don't want to waste my time and space on these two fucking, you know, bad as each other. Boo-hoo.
Right.
Somebody's copied Twitter. Boo fucking who, you know?
Right.
Live with it, man. You paid 54 fucking billion pounds to flex your fucking muscles. Fucking live with it. You sacked half the fucking staff and they've gone and worked for your rivals. Fucking live with it now.
Is this the staff that should have been earning the same amount as Zuckerberg?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're telling me you have a company, you fucking sack half the staff that you have and a rival fucking hires them, you're then going to accuse them for like fucking trade secrets and shit. Bruv, respect your staff. Respect your workers, man. Keep them. Because they're what makes the company.
No, that's key. That was really key.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's key.
Fucking unity, you know, like, that's why we need unions in this country, man. You're one of those Tory wankers that probably hates the union, innit?
No, I'm a Tory.
Yeah,
no, that's
you
right.
are a Tory.
Yeah, no, I'm a Tory.
No, you want to be online, you want to come as progressive, but you're actually very backwards in your thinking.
Yeah, no, I'm
And you
backwards.
are a Tory.
Yeah, I'm Tory.
You're going to be one of those wankers that grow up to be a Tory. Is also, I can see you in about 15 years, you're going to be voting Tory, mate.
Yeah, I didn't realise this.
And Rishi Sunak is going to be your champion.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And Suella Braverman is going to be probably like your fucking...
Do you not look at Rishi Sunak and do you not feel a bit of pride?
Rishi Sunak.
Rishi Sunak. Do you not look at Rishi Sunak, yeah, and do you not feel a bit of pride?
No. Absolutely none.
You know, one of ours made it there, top
One of ours. Are you for real, bruv? He's made it out there. What, has he got a single vote to his name? He's running right now as a zombie government. That government...
He's repping us, bro.
He's not repping anybody other than fucking money, bruv. And
he's
greed.
got the same skin colour as you.
Yeah. So did Priti Patel. That didn't fucking stop her from deporting majority of people with the same skin colour.
So you're saying you don't even feel...
Oh, listen, pride. I don't want to get into this about Rishi Sunak, man. Honestly, it's going to make... It's too much on a Saturday morning, bro.
Right, you wanted to talk about a couple of things.
Leading into Rishi Sunak and Suella Braverman about the Rwanda policy. Again, it's another Tory policy that was kind of made to kind of appease and appeal to the right wing. Say, look how tough we are. Look how big and strong.
Okay, what was this policy?
This policy was that anybody that comes into the UK illegally and basically there to claim asylum, they will be shipped off to Rwanda, right? A third country, Rwanda, where it will be safe for them to stay there. Their asylum claim will be processed there. And if they get granted asylum, they stay in Rwanda. Right? How fucking absurd and how illogical is that? How illegal is that, one?
Right.
And it's actually now...
It's been ruled unlawful.
Exactly. And they've spent hundreds of millions of pounds on this policy already, by the way. Right? And not a single person has been flown over to Rwanda. They won this case that they had in the High Court before. The High Court judge was kind of like said, okay, well, I can't comment on the lawfulness of the policy, but you can't send certain people who have kind of like have certain traits or characteristics, you can't deport them. He stopped at the point of saying whether this is unlawful or not. Of course, this goes to Court of Appeal. The Court of Appeal have looked at the whole thing. They've said, looked at the human rights records of Rwanda, how safe a person would be in Rwanda, right? And they've clearly labelled it as unlawful. So this is another Tory policy that is a complete waste of money, all because they just wanted to have their fucking, make the dick look big or something. It just came down to this. They spent another, like when it comes down to actual services in UK and spending money in the NHS or other services, you know, you've got so many public sector workers striking. When it comes to that, they don't have money, but they have money to make themselves look big. And in the end, stupid as well.
Right.
So now they're going to go to the Supreme Court, and I don't see them winning at the Supreme Court either, because you can't possibly say that Rwanda is a safe country for any asylum seeker. It's not. But yeah.
Okay. Did you get that off your chest, yeah? Do you feel better?
Yeah.
Right, okay. You had another thing you wanted to talk about, Russia upheaval?
Oh, yeah.
Civil war?
Yevgeny Prigozhin. So this is a guy, by the way, yeah. Have you heard of Yevgeny Prigozhin?
No.
So he started his life out as a kind of like a petty criminal. He was in jail, came out of jail, started a hot dog stand, kind of built a restaurant off that, kind of then went further and further, somehow ended up being really close to Putin, became his personal chef, and he managed to get a lot of like state contracts for like army, for schools and all that. So he started making millions and millions and millions. He then kind of went above and beyond. He's kind of like a loose dog that Putin had. He could use to attack other people, right? To his use.
Right.
But still be kind of, he wasn't attached to the state, he wasn't a minister or anything. So he was that one person that Putin would use to kind of like keep a distance, but then also get his dirty work done. Right? So this whole, you know, this whole troll factory where they have like fake accounts and stuff attacking the US elections or even anywhere on that Twitter stuff. He's got a whole army of those. He actually has like a separate mercenary army called the Wagner Group. You must have heard of the Wagner Group by now. Right? So what they've done, the Wagner Group have been basically existing since at least like 2012, 2013, 2014. So if you look at the world geopolitics, okay, yeah, Russia basically, do you remember the whole thing with Syria when it was kicking off in the 2014, 15, 16, when almost the Assad government was toppled over? Right. The reason they actually survived was because they had backing from Russia, right? And it was a majority of that was like Wagner mercenaries. And even like in Africa, they have a huge, Russia's a huge presence, but not like lawfully and not like officially, but through the Wagner Group. They have soldiers sent out there where they can maintain a distance. If anything fucking wrong happens, they could say, well, they're just mercenaries. They're not the Russian army, right? It's just like, he's actually a warlord, this Yevgeny Prigozhin. Right. So, and even when they took over Crimea, for example, Russia, like in 2014, I think it was. 2014. Yeah. It was the Wagner Group that went in mostly, and it was the Wagner Group that was fighting in the east of Ukraine this whole time, like, you know, before the actual takeover. And so what's been happening is that this Prigozhin guy, obviously he was touted to be the next Russian leader, actually. Right. He was kind of building himself to be that. He was hugely influential within Russia. Very like Putin's right-hand man in that sense, right? Okay, yeah. And at some point, I think he was basically kind of like, there was like a huge rivalry going on behind the doors between this guy and actual like Putin's ministers and like military generals and stuff. So what he said was like, they kind of like, they've been infighting for a while. He's saying like, my troops are not getting the funds and stuff. They're not getting the food. They're not getting the necessities. And this guy was actually going to Russian prisons because obviously they need more soldiers.
Right.
So he was going around Russian prisons, like enrolling people from prison, saying that if you come and join the Wagner group for 6 months, at least, okay, yeah, then you be free. That's it. You don't have to do the rest of your sentence. They were going around actually getting criminals, murderers who sign up. They serve for about 6-7 months or a year, and then they're actually free to go. And so this has all been happening, and he's been building up, and he actually just tried to, I don't know what he tried to do, because he could never have taken Russia, but he actually just marched on Moscow.
No way.
What do you mean, no way? This was 2 weeks ago.
Really?
Yeah. He took over the army headquarters, the actual army headquarters in Rostov, this town called Rostovan or something like that, right? Rostov, right? So he shot down 7 Russian army helicopters.
Right.
Killed at least 7 pilots in that. And then he turned his attention, and they had tanks, everything. They were marching towards Moscow. And so what Moscow had to do, because majority of the army obviously fighting Russia, they had to, their motorway that connects that town where he was, Rostov, to Moscow, they had to come and dig up trenches and stuff so that they could stop him. So for that moment, they really panicked, and it was the first time somebody actually challenged Putin in Russia. And he was actually quite careful not to attack Putin directly, but he was saying that this whole war with Ukraine, we didn't need it, it's based on lies, etc., right? So for the very first time, somebody so high up in that Russian authority kind of challenged Putin and his decision to make kind of like go into Ukraine.
Yeah.
And it was like a direct challenge to Putin himself as well. And then, but what happened is the Belarusian president, he kind of negotiated like a truce between the two.
Right.
And then he said, okay, Prigozhin's kind of standing down. He's not going to Moscow anymore.
Right.
And he's going to be exiled in Belarus, but he's not in Belarus anymore. He went to Belarus, but then they suspect that he's either in St. Petersburg or Moscow.
Right.
But I don't see that guy surviving any soon. But you can't challenge Putin and live. Yeah.
Live to another day.
Well, unless he's got a fucking, I don't know, like an ace up his sleeve or something.
When I see a lot of just general content of Russians walking the street, etc., a lot of the actual Russian public, they're not in favour of the war for Ukraine.
Oh no!
So I get the sentiment that a lot of the Russian public, they're probably just aren't agreeing with what Putin's doing.
Yeah.
So if there were to be an uprising again with the likes of a Prigozhin or whoever you say, it could be that the public gets behind.
Is like,
and what you need to remember, people forget that the military, yes, takes state orders, takes orders. At the end of the day, though, the military is also people.
Yeah, it is also people. But then Putin has too much of a psychological hold over the. He will not. The only way Putin will stop becoming president or the leader of Russia is when he dies, basically. He will not leave that power until he dies. Basically, he will die in that position. He can't. He's committed so much things. He's so tied deep in within. He's actually kind of ruling with an iron fist. But this is the first time you've seen like a Putin being attacked internally and him being weakened. And if anything, it's going to make him even more madder, actually, to be fair.
You know what? That is really interesting, though.
But then also, like, it's a monster that he created. It's kind of like, that's come back to bite him. It's like Frankenstein, when Frankenstein comes back to kills the person who made him,
right?
The doctor who made him.
Isn't that Jekyll and Hyde?
No, Frankenstein.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Jekyll and Hyde is when there's one person, one evening,
Yeah, my bad.
You're bad. You tried pulling one over me, yeah?
No, I didn't try to pull one over you.
You did.
Right. Well, was that everything you had to say on that?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, that was interesting.
Watch that space, man. Yeah. Really interesting right now.
Last couple of bits to touch on, and I think we're pretty much done. Big cinema releases coming up.
Yeah.
Mission Impossible coming out. And on Rotten Tomatoes, it's already got like 100 plus reviews, and it's like basically 10 out of 10 reviewed.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to watch that.
It's a part 1, apparently.
Yeah, part 1, but I think it's going to be the last Mission Impossible, right?
I don't know.
It can't probably be... How do you feel about Tom Cruise?
You have to rate the stunts he does, man. You can't do anything but
you're not even the stunt. You have to rate his films, because he's the last bona fide action superhero in Hollywood, because you're not ever
Diesel's there, man.
Huh?
Vin Diesel's there.
Not the same level as Tom Cruise. I mean, Tom Cruise he's like kind of detached from Hollywood, but then he's also like his biggest star. I feel conflicted with Tom Cruise because in his personal life, he's probably one of the most fucked up people in Hollywood, amongst 2 billion fucked up people in Hollywood, right? But then the films that he makes are actually, even though they're not typically the kind of films I would watch, but I do enjoy them, like those action films.
Nah, Mission Impossible is going to be a banger, man. But
I remember Top Gun was sick. I went to watch Top Gun, the new one, the second one. It was such an amazing experience in the cinema. The loud noises, the big bangs, the action, all of that stuff.
Well, on that line, I'm excited to watch Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
Christopher Nolan, probably one of my favourite directors.
The only film I haven't seen, Tenet. I actually haven't seen that.
I've seen Tenet. It's a good watch.
Is it?
Yeah, it's a good watch.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah, that's, what's his name? Denzel Washington Jr.?
Yeah, his son.
His son. Great movie, man. Great movie. And then this time, we're finally seeing, is it Cillian or Cillian? Cillian Murphy.
Yeah.
Cillian Murphy, who's been, one of Christopher Nolan's loyal actors, he's finally getting a lead role.
But I think Christopher Nolan tends to work with a select group of actors. You'll see Cillian Murphy in pretty much all of his films.
Yeah.
So is the other guy. Well, I don't know his name, but you'll know him by face. But the guy that was... he was one of the...
Detective Gordon?
No, not Detective. Not Gary Oldman.
Gary Oldman, yeah.
Yeah, I'm on about the guy that, in... he was in Batman: The Dark Knight when he was one of the.
I'm gonna load it up because I want to.
Oh fucking hell! He was one of the one of those like
to say who he was.
One of those people that the Joker uses basically.
What?
Give me it, man. Here, you'll know him by face, and he's always in all of his films as well.
Well, obviously Matt Damon's also in this film. Gary Oldman is in this film.
Yeah. Rami Malek's is in this film.
Rami Malek. Great cast, man.
Here, this guy. His name is David Malchian.
Show me. Oh, he was a schizophrenic in The Dark Knight.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what I mean. He uses a select... I don't know if Hans Zimmer will be doing the soundtrack for this.
He must be. I have a look on IMDb.
How do I do that?
Just go on credits.
All cast and crew. Okay, yeah. Composer Ludwig Göransson.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Ludwig Göransson. He did Black Panther, Creed, Venom. So he'll be good as well. He did Tenet. So he's worked with him. So again, he's working with someone he's worked with. But for me, there's been reviews that people have left the cinema devastated after watching that.
Oh, really? As in, like, in a good way, not a bad way?
We don't know. That's all the information.
Because people are saying it's more of like a horror almost.
See, this is what I'm saying, man. I just
it's
can't
coming
wait.
out soon, isn't
July
it?
21.
No, not 21. I thought it was 10th.
21st.
What's coming out on the 10th?
Probably Mission Impossible.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So, Oppenheimer.
And then Dune 2. I know you're not into Dune.
But I'm not into Dune, yeah. Dune's at Zendaya and what's his name? Right?
What's his name? What's that fucking his name?
Yeah, I know who you're on about.
Timothy Chalamet.
Timothy Chalamet, yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
So him. And then there's Barbie. And then I'm not going to watch Barbie, of course. But I know you're going to watch Barbie. But Barbie has had as much marketing as Oppenheimer.
Yeah, but Nolan doesn't tend to like market his films that much anyway, to be fair.
What was that?
Nolan doesn't tend to market his films much anyway.
Nah, it's got great marketing.
I don't know, if you look at like Marvel and stuff, they go fucking crazy with marketing.
Another film that's coming out, last one, we'll mention this, is Killers of a Flower Moon, something like that.
Oh.
Martin Scorsese directed and Leonardo DiCaprio.
Ah. I'll keep an eye. I didn't even hear of that one.
Going to be a banger.
We'll see.
Yeah. It's going to be a banger.
Although
yeah, go on.
Scorsese's earlier films were the best. I didn't particularly enjoy The Irishman too much. But yeah, we'll see how it comes out.
Sure. Yeah, I don't know. Today was a bit of a roller coaster. Hope you enjoyed it. We were from topic to topic. Just a lot of shit that we had to cover in it. Stay tuned. Drop some comments. Let us know what you think. And stay tuned for the next episode.